Hi, welcome to Triggered Care. I'm Alex. Today I'm going to be telling you a story of a fellow survivor who survived a rape when he was a child. So, let's get into it. He answered, I asked him some questions, then he answered it, and I compiled it into a story. So here we go. Okay, so my first memories are from when I was a small kid in a ranch in Texas. It had cattle that we drove, a rodeo, horses, a mansion house, and lots of land. I remember riding four-wheelers to herd cattle, catching small animals in a creek, having a big centipede in my bed, riding horses. One time a big rattlesnake got into the kitchen and my grandpa had to shoot it with a shotgun. I also remember getting raped there, and to be honest, I'm pretty sure that's my first memory. I remember when I was in Texas, one of my friends kicked a fence and got stung by yellow jackets that must have been living in it. And I saw them sting him and decided it would be a good idea to avenge him and kicked it, and then also got stung. My family was military, so we moved a lot, and we moved to D.C. onto Fort Andrews by Anacostia. When I was 5-ish or 6, I remember going to daycare there and preschool, and my brother was sad that he couldn't come with me. Apparently, at some point, I got attacked by a dog, and my dog ran out and kicked its ass, but I don't remember that at all. During the time of the assault, my caretakers were my parents, and I guess also the other adults in the family who were around. My older female cousin was the perpetrator, and she might have been abused before also, I don't know. It happened late at night or early in the morning, and I was 4 or 5, so in 2002 or 2003-ish. I had a younger brother, and there wasn't really favorites. She was just in charge because she was the oldest, and then in charge of my brother because I'm older, and so on. My parents weren't there during the assault, maybe because she brought me away from everyone else. The rape was a one-time thing, but she also did other stuff like touching me in a bathtub around the same time, maybe for some months. I don't know. When we were older, she started sending me weird, mean emails calling me her little kitty and stuff like that once or twice a year or so until like middle school or high school, but I deleted all but one, I think. She also did some kind of sketch things that I'm not sure if they meant anything, like after she had boobs, wearing small bikini, and sitting next to me when we rode on the back of a four-wheeler type thing. So they bounced around a lot by me and putting on sunscreen or lotion stuff. Also, I don't know if it was meant to be a power thing or if it was normal. I didn't grow up around many girls, so to be honest, it was really hard for me to tell what they mean or why they do stuff. I didn't tell anyone about it until 10th grade or so at a party. A girl was asking about it happened to her, or a girl was talking about how it happened to her with me in a one-on-one talk. So I said how it happened to me too, and she thought I was kidding or that it couldn't happen to guys or something. So I didn't talk about it until freshman year of college. I went to public school. It was pretty weird. I got along with most people because I was a class clown and made people laugh. I was super depressed for a lot of it, also because my dad was deployed in Afghanistan, so I was stressed about if he'd die or not. Overall, though, school wasn't bad for me, and I liked to learn. The depression was always kind of there, but it got worse 3rd or 4th grade. There's this amazing organization near me called Turnaround for Survivors, and I go there for free therapy. The service is great, and my therapist is super nice, and I like seeing her a lot. The only awkward part is that she's a woman, so sometimes it's embarrassing to talk about sexual stuff. I'm super grateful for therapy, but it's only temporary for a year max, and to be honest, I'm sad and scared for when it's over, because I won't have anyone I can talk about it with. There is this really weird vibe being a male in these environments, and it makes me feel like I'm a bad guy or I did something wrong from how people, mostly other survivors, look at me. One time a woman asked another woman if men were allowed to be there in the waiting room loud enough for me to clearly hear, and I had to pretend I didn't hear or anything, But to be honest, it hurt a lot because it was so embarrassing to go to a rape counseling place and be in front of girls there. And I tried to not be seen as much as possible. And I try really hard not to make girls uncomfortable. They don't know, but I'm probably just as scared of them as they are of me. So this was his story that he sent me, and I've talked to him for a while. I've been chit-chatting with him for the last couple months, every so often. He's a very sweet man. He has a lot of good perspectives on things. And I think it's important that his story gets told because we don't hear much about male rape survivors. And like he said, he goes to a rape therapy clinic, which he is very grateful for, but still gets the looks and the comments from other survivors that makes him feel uncomfortable. So we definitely have some work to do in the stigma department because he needs help. He needs therapy. He needs understanding. And we, as a community, should definitely understand that, being survivors of assault and abuse ourselves. Thank you so much for the person who sent me the story. I really appreciate your candidness and your willingness to talk about it. If anyone else has any stories, feel free to message me. All the links are down below. And I hope everyone has a good one.